This is our presentation today, the 10th of January 2024, and we're happy January starting off with us on a very good note. This is Paul J. I'll be your presenter, where I'll be showing you how it is possible you make 7 to 8 figures if you're a Nigerian, okay, every single month, starting from the 8th month upwards, and as well as how you can be making 4 or 5 figures in dollars, okay, every single month, just within about 8 months, okay, going forward. So it's a great time, it's a great opportunity, and we are very grateful to God for keeping us alive and showing us this great, amazing opportunity here. So this is actually the Livegood One Family Support Project, and I'll be showcasing to you the one-stop support system to financial freedom in 8 months. Okay, so you stay tuned while we take you through the entire presentations, right? Okay, so there's something important that we need to understand, and that is the cash flow quadrant. A lot of people, they choose their career or what they want to do with their life without understanding the cash flow quadrant. Now, for anybody, if you make your research, all right, for anybody who takes the time to understand the cash flow quadrant before making a decision as to where his life is headed financially, the person is going to do far more better than one who just grew up doing what others are doing, and eventually may likely find himself, like every other person, in the society. So it was around 1998 that Robert Kiyosaki, a well-renowned man in the US, came up with this concept of cash flow quadrant. Now, Robert Kiyosaki actually is a man who don't believe in the your conventional, educational system. Okay, he believes that there are better, ways of teaching or educating people, and that's going to be more result oriented than the conventional way. So he came up with this concept, and I feel for one is a great one if you think about it. The cash flow quadrant. There are 4 ways to produce income. The first is the employees sector. These are people who look for a job. They graduate, they look for a job. All right, they go to school, and then at the end, they go, looking for a job. And these people, the amount of active work determines, their income. So they need to be present at their place of employment. And once they are not present there, if they can't go to that place of employment, I mean, that's it for them. No more income is not going to come in. Their boss may likely sack them and all of that. So they need a physical location to work where they always need to go. Okay. And they need to put in their own time. Okay. They cannot be present some other place and they're not putting in the time, and then they expect to get result. No, they need to trade time for money. So Robert is saying that's one class of people, the employees. They always look for job. If they are sacked from one, if they are laid off, job from one, they look for the next available job again. So all their life, what they know is from one job to another job, from one job to another job. And Robert is saying, once we keep trading time for money, once we keep remaining remaining as an employee, we cannot become financially free because you're trading time for money. There's not enough time for us to make the money. So if you are working or trading your time for money, you have a shorter time, and that means you're not going to make any much, right? And if you are sick, what happens? It's going to suffer. All right. If you're not careful, your boss is going to tell you, I'm going to fire you after so days you don't come to work. I don't care. There are a lot of people who needs to be employed. So if you don't come to work, I mean, I'm going to lay you off job. So then what if for any reason, in fact, life happens, right? If you want to travel, you need to take a lot of permission and all of that. It's not really easy. So Robert is saying that's not the best way to go. It's not good to be an employee because you are limiting yourself to a whole lot of things or from a whole lot of things, right? Now, the second quadrant, when it comes to how money is produced, are those who own a job. Now, they feel that, okay, it's not good to work for someone else, so let me own a job. Now, if it is, that is, they become self-employed. Now, if it is having others work for you, that's awesome. But the class of people we are talking about here are people who decide to work for themselves, all right? They look out for a job, they go do it, and then they come back, look for another job, they go do it. You also have the doctors in this class, you have the nurses in this class, you have the teachers in this class or in this quadrant. All of this set of people, okay, the teachers, the kind of teachers you are looking at and the doctors are those who are self-employed. I'm not talking about those who are employed by a school. Maybe they're at home and they can decide to, what is it called? Use their time wisely, okay? They know how many hospitals they need to care for, visit, they regulate their time. I think that's the best word for that. They regulate their time, all right? So now being self-employed again does not guarantee financial freedom because the amount of active work is what determines income again. Because if they don't have a client, let's say a doctor who works from home or he's self-employed, you know, he needs to he has a client, he needs to go there, care for the client or whatever it is. Maybe he's affiliated to one hospital, okay, and he's there. Clients, as patients, they come, he looks after them and all of that. Thereafter, he leaves. Though he has his own way of managing his time, but as far as money does not come in when he's not engaged in one thing or another, okay, personally, money doesn't come in, it will not bring about financial freedom. So when a person is trading time for money, that's a big problem. When the money you have to make is dependent on the amount of time you are putting in, then that's it. There's no way financial freedom is going to come, right? So you want to ask yourself right now, what you do every single day to generate money, do you really need to be there for money to come in? Okay, does it depend on the amount of time you are giving it, as it were? Do you really have time freedom and financial freedom doing that? So Robert is saying self-employed people will never get to that point when they become, financially free, except they understand the idea of leveraging. So they decide to venture into different things that could also be bringing in money, even if they are not there. Okay, that's good. But the next one is the business owner. Now, these people own a system. I love the use of the word own a system. Every human being, every person who is very rich or wealthy, not rich, but wealthy, right? Because there's difference between being rich and being wealthy. One man he used to say that being wealthy is the senior brother of being rich, all right? So for those you see who are wealthy, in most cases, in fact, in almost all the instances, what you notice is that they own a system or they leverage on an existing system. But in most cases, they own a system. All right. And in this quadrant, the income is not dependent on the amount of work they are putting in, right? No, it's not dependent on the amount of work or the time they are putting into that particular thing. No. Rather, these are people who work with people. All right. They own the system. So people coming into the system. This is where network marketing falls in. This is where some of these, what is it called? Eateries like, I don't know, for those of us in Nigeria and maybe in Africa, you have the Kilimanjaro, you have the big Mr. Biggs and the rest, right? So the owner of these kind of ventures don't need to be there physically, right? They don't need to be there physically, but they are also making their money because they own a system. Even individuals can come and say, okay, Mr. Biggs or Genesis, I want something like this, okay? And so they just give you their standard, you pay for all of that necessary stuff, and you bear their name as it were, and you own a system like that. So, but network marketing, that's the point I'm driving at. Network marketing falls in this category, okay, of the business owners. because here you kind of leverage on an existing system. Like those of us in Livegood, the system is already created. Ben Glisky is the owner of the system, so he's making huge money for himself already. But we are leveraging on the existing system. So as long as your income is not dependent on your personal effort, like in Livegood now, the money you are making, or in network marketing generally, the money you make is not dependent on your personal effort. As far as you referred one or two, before you know it, the team is grown, right? And as the team is growing, that's why we could tell you that it's possible to make between 7 to 8 figures if you're in Nigeria, for example, within 8 months, or if you're not even in Nigeria, 7, 8 figures, 4, 5 figures in dollars within this same period of time. Because why? You see the exponential growth. As people are coming in, people are taking ranks, and so it's not based on your personal effort. If it were to be based on your personal effort, you wouldn't go that far and that fast. Right? So that's why we love network marketing. And that's why myself, I decided not to work for anybody. Having understood this system, that's the basis for the decision, some people make. Because most people just, do what others are doing out there. Okay, so you choose what you want. Now, if you own a system or you are leveraging on a system that allows you to work with people, all right, you leverage a little from all of them, then you make money eventually. You're going to make good money. Then thereafter, you become an investor. You own investments, all right? You own investments. Income this time does not depend on active work again, of course, just like the big business owners. So the question is, where do you want to be? Do you want to be among the big business owners, or you want to be among the investors, or you want to remain or be an employee, or you want to be self-employed? And guess what? In some cases, it doesn't even cost you much to start a network marketing company like Livegood, as compared to being self-employed. You want to go and open a business of your own and you want to start managing it. It doesn't cost you as much because, okay, think of it. In Livegood, it will only cost you $51, right, to get started. But is it possible for you to start a small business, no matter how small the business is? Is it possible for you to start that business with $51? You're not talking about shop rent, office rent, stuff like that. And before you start talking about what you want to buy, no. So that's one beautiful aspect of it. But some people, they will prefer to go for the self-employed aspect, where they need to start a business of their own, and come and check them out the next 2 years, the next 3 years. There's been no much improvement. Basically the same thing. All right. But if you are in the network marketing field, you are starting small, and before you know it, you've grown big. Right? We're even talking about 8 months. Imagine that. So that's why we love what we do. So, but in network marketing, there are different branches. Okay, when you talk about network marketing, there are different aspects to it. Now, the aspects we are focusing on, because we do not want to pass through the process others have gone, other network marketing companies, because there are some network marketing companies, truth be told, that will frustrate you, that will make it very difficult for you to make money in this industry. And so you don't want to be part of that kind of company for any reason, right? So the aspect you are focusing on now is the aspect that is going to help us, lessen the stress and also help us make money better. That's where we are focused on. And that is called the club membership kind of business. That is the club memberships, okay? These are companies that are into, the normal business of life anyways, but with a different structure, right? With a different way of approach. So now, here are some popular club memberships like, Amazon Prime. Now, what do they offer? Amazon Prime. Virtually anything you can find in any mall around you, all right? You can find it there. But there are two things that differentiate Amazon Prime from the others. Basically, the quality of the items you have there. And secondly, the price. Now, they're going to give you a price that you can't resist. Now, tell me, if you go to the market and you have two persons trying to sell the same thing to you, and one is giving you high quality, okay, that is not even, the other one is not close to it, and at a price that the other person can't even afford to give you, which would you go for? Of course, you go for the one who has, more value and lesser money. right? That's what Amazon Prime stands for. But for you to have access to that, Amazon Prime says you're going to be subscribing every single month as our member. So at any single month, you pay that subscription money, all right? You remain our member, and anytime, anything you're buying on the platform, you're going to get that value and also going to get that huge discount. Okay, does it make sense? Because if you think of it, you will discover that the amount of money you are spending at the end of the month, if you were to buy those same items somewhere else outside Amazon Prime, if you were to compare the total amount you spent in a month as against if you had bought it, okay, here on Amazon Prime, you will discover there's a huge gap. Okay, you'll be spending less if you were to buy those stuff from the Amazon Prime as against this other one. Then Sam's Club, the same thing. Netflix, the same thing. Netflix, they're into entertainment, right? And you subscribe every single month to have access to quality entertainment. Do you know that there are some movies that are quite educational, and you don't have access to those movies if you are not subscribing, to things like Netflix or these other ones? You won't even see. In fact, I don't think you will ever see those movies if you are not. These are, I mean, different kind of entertainment stuff that you have for yourself, right? So again, the point is, these are membership clubs, all right? For you to have access to the quality product or service or whatever it is they offer, you need to be a member. And in that same spirit, you see the millions of people coming in, joining all these club memberships. You see millions of people coming in. Only Amazon Prime is over 200 million. Forget the figure you're seeing there. Netflix is over 200 million people. People who understand value and price. They don't joke with that, right? So Livegood is just like every other, club memberships that we've talked about, right? This time they are focusing on both, health supplements and digital services. The digital services aspect of it is going to come, possibly over time, maybe before the end of 2024, we're going to see more of that. But we're focusing now on the supplement, the health supplements, which already is out there. Most of us, we have it. Like as I'm speaking with you, I have the product, okay, a lot of them, right? But hey, we're not asking you to come do the same thing other network marketing companies they're going to ask you to do. Remember we said earlier that you don't want to be part of some network marketing companies that will end up frustrating you. And it's as if you are going forward, we are going backward, going forward, going backward, right? So this is different. This is just like the Amazon Prime we mentioned. You're going to have access to quality health products, probably the highest quality supplement ever created on the planet, but at a price that you're not going to see anywhere else. This is amazing. It's simply amazing, right? It's simply amazing. So now that's what we're saying. This is a different way of running network marketing business. It's never been done like this since the 1940s, from the very inception of network marketing industry, right? This is huge. This is unprecedented, all right? You can make your findings. This is totally never seen before, okay? So now, Livegood says you're going to be subscribing every month. How much? $9.95, all right? So now, we'll quickly look at Livegood as the most rewarding affiliate program in the world. And that's why it's inviting you to come join us, because you want reward for your work, right? And you don't want to overstress yourself. You don't want to walk over. You don't want to overstretch yourself, right? No, 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 no. You're going to do little thing and you're going to be well rewarded for it, okay? So you stay tuned as we proceed in this discussion. Livegood is the only membership club that pays. Netflix, they don't pay you for subscribing every month. Keep that in mind. Extra narrow, membership shopping, they don't pay you for that. Costco, they don't pay you for that. The only membership club that pays, even the network marketing industry, is Livegood. And that's why we're super excited, because we have the best on the platform, on the planet Earth. And no wonder, they just attained 1 million members globally. I mean, that's amazing. Go and tell me, show me a company that ranked 1 million members in 1 year. This is just about 1 year and few days, right? One year and few days, 1 million members already. Friends, this is amazing, right? To think of. Now, a little bit profiling of this company called Livegood. Livegood, you have the CEO there. His name is Ben Glinsky, with over 20 years of experience owning and running some of the most successful companies in the nutritional supplement industry. So he knows how to help people win. We have Ryan Good King and Lisa Good King. They are in charge of our product production, product education. They are simply amazing. Then we have the Northern Kazan. Northern Kazan happened to be the director of network marketing. He's a legend in the network marketing industry, right? He has coached, trained, helped thousands of people to do better and become better, achieve more in the industry. And that's why we're super proud we have the best team. With these four guys, we are ready to go to the top, right? And no wonder they are getting results like no other, never seen in the history of mankind. All right. So now here is our mission statement. Very simple to help people get healthy, stay healthy without having to spend a fortune to do that. Right. I think that's really amazing. And we have probably the highest quality products on the planet. Made in the USA, approved by the GMP, that's good manufacturing practice, and lab tested for purity and potency. This is just simply awesome, guys. We have different range of product right now, over 15, okay, and I would say over 20 different products, right? About 20 different products right now, because more, is being added so far. Okay, so it's really interesting to see that we're making that headway and more products, being added over time. Now look at the price comparison as against what other companies will give you, and that's what I said earlier. For example, if you're not a member, you want to get it at a retail cost. Now, our product called the Super Greens, ordinary is going to cost $18 if you are not a member. But other companies, they are going to give you at $70, like the Organifi. Then this other one is going to be around $100. Imagine the huge difference. $18 as against $70 or against $100. You see why we're really excited and happy about the opportunity we have? Because you can't see anywhere better. You can't see it better anywhere else as far as the network marketing industry is concerned. This is the hallmark of network marketing, right? If you ask me. Okay, yeah. So now if you're a member, you're even going to pay even less more. Okay, we just considered not being a member, but what if you're a member? You're going to even pay less. As a take, for example, the multivitamin for men and for women, all right? If you're a member, you're going to get it at $9.95. But if you're not a member, you're going to get it at $17.95. So is it not better to be a member and you'll be saving so much money? All right? So now, how do you earn? There are various ways you earn money here. There are 6 ways. You have the weekly fast start commissions, the matrix commissions, the matching bonuses, the retail commissions, the influencer bonuses, and the diamond bonus pool. So we're going to take a look at this and then see how it plays out. The first way you earn, which is the weekly fast start commission. So for everybody you refer, you make $25. The registration amount is actually $50, like I mentioned earlier. All right. And for everybody you refer, you get $25, which is 50%. Okay, that's amazing. And as you go up the ranks, you also earn more referral bonuses. And these bonuses are paid out on weekly basis, precisely every Thursdays. Okay, that's when you get this one. Then we have the first rank. Let's look at the first rank and what it takes to attain the first rank. Now, the first rank is the bronze. That's the first rank. Now, what do you do to become a bronze? Just refer 2 people and you achieve bronze. That's it. Okay? Very simple. 2 people. And if you become a bronze, you have unlocked, okay, the next level for you to earn referral bonuses. Okay, 10% from your second level once you become a bronze. That's insane. I mean, that's really interesting. The second rank is the silver rank. So what does it take to become a silver? Well, you can see that to achieve silver, there are basically 3 things or 3 options or 3 ways of doing that. The first one is you have 20 direct to yourself. So if you have 20 persons you've personally sponsored, you become a silver. The second way of becoming a silver is you have 10 direct persons. Those you personally have sponsored, they're up to 10, and your total team members are up to 20, you qualify. The other one is you have 3 people, right, who are bronze ranked that you brought personally and your total team members are up to 20, you still qualify. That's that simple, right? So you choose the method you want. Unlike other companies that will give you just one method, one way of qualifying, and with so many conditions, right? But it doesn't, work that way here. Let's look at the next rank, is the third rank. The third rank, which is the gold rank. So now, when you become a gold, there are 3 ways you can also become a gold ranked affiliate. Number 1, you sponsor 30 personally, and your total team is up to 100. Or the second way, you have 3 silver legs, okay, 3 separate silver legs, and a total team of 100. Or you have 4 separate legs with 3 having achieved 30 in their various teams, and the 4th leg, having achieved 10, and your total team up to 100, you qualify. Then the fourth rank is the platinum, right? Now, as a platinum, there are about 3 ways, right, that you qualify to. Number 1 is you have 100 persons direct to yourself, a total of 500. That's 1. The second way is you have 3 different gold legs, a total of 500 in your team. And the third one is you have 4 legs. Out of the 4, 3 have achieved about 150 persons in their various teams, and the 4th leg, has come in with 50 people, a total of 500. You qualify, right? And then the 5th rank is the diamond rank. Everybody's aiming to be a diamond because there's money here, right? So here, how it works is that you're going to have, it's optional anyways. One of the options is you say that you have 3 separate platinum legs with a total of 2,500 team members, right? Or you have 5 separate legs, and each of them, they've attained 500 members in their various teams, making a total team of 2,500, and you qualify, right? So let's look at something now, the ways you make money. We've talked about referral bonus earlier. So let's talk about the other 5 ways you make money. The next one is the matrix commission. So this matrix commission, actually, you make 25 cents per each individual, per person in your team. So if you're a bronze, even if you're not a bronze, okay, you potentially you could end down to the 12th level, 25 cents of everybody on each of the levels, down to 12th level. And how many persons do you have on each level? Level 1, you have 2 people there. Level 2, 4. Level 3, 8, just like that. So on each of those people, on those layers of levels, as it were, you're going to earn 25 cents. And you can even enjoy spillovers without actually having registered anybody over time. That could span over years anyway. So you don't want to wait for that. I think that's the worst way to go, right? And though it's still far better than any other company out there, but it's still a very slow way to go, right? Then you have the bronze. If you're a bronze, you can earn this 25 cents even down to the 13th level. That's amazing. The same thing with silver. And then for gold, imagine that as a bronze, and even as an unranked person, you could potentially be earning $2,047 monthly when your matrix is filled up with spillovers, which we said is going to take years, right? And it's a very slow way. Then the bronze and silver, potentially you could earn up to $4,095, dollars, 50 cents monthly when your matrix levels are filled up. And gold, platinum, up to $8,000 plus every single month. And for diamond, that's about $16,000 plus every single month. That's just the metrics and the second way. Now, the 4th way to earn is, okay, this is just a picture of how the matrix looks like. So you might be wondering in your mind, how does it look like? So you see somebody at the top, and under that person, you have 2 placed. Now, it does not mean it's binary, because you can actually have up to 3 or 4 or 5 direct to yourself. You determine the number of matrix you want, right? For example, in the One Family project, we have 3 by 15. Okay, others might even have 4 by 15. Some might work 5 by 15. It all depends on how you want to work, right? Okay, so fine. So look at the structure. This is 2 by 15 matrix. So you have 1 person at the top, 2 under him, another person, 2 under him, the other one, 2 under him, just like that. Okay, and that's how it looks like. Now, this is third way to earn, and that is the matching bonus. Now, this matching bonuses is actually where the main money is. All right. So now, when you become a silver, because you start enjoying this when you become a silver, but even without being a silver, you can actually enjoy 50% of whatever the people you directly brought by yourself, right? 50% of whatever they earn in their metrics. So whatever they earn from the metrics, we have discussed it earlier. For example, someone who's not even ranked could earn potentially $2,000 plus. So let's say you have about 3 of them like that. Okay, and over time, maybe in the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever time, and they start making $2,000, 3 of them, because you brought them, you're going to make 50% of that. That's $1,000 plus times 3. That's about $3,000, right? Because you brought them, right? And then that doesn't stop there. But supposing you are a silver, you start enjoying another 10%, all right, of all the people who are silvers in your team, right, from generation 1 to generation 2. Now, mind you, the direct referral first generation 50% we mentioned earlier, where you could earn 50% of what your people earn from the metrics. If you have them 10 of 10, and maybe some of them are ranked already, earning like $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, that's how you're going to make 50%. Keep that in mind. Then if you are a gold, you're going to start making additional 5% of all the gold ranked people in your team from generation 1 to generation 3. And hey, generation is even longer, all right? Is deeper than levels. Your level will stop at 15. That's the highest level. But your generation could be up to 100, is to infinity. So you need to understand what we mean when we say generations, right? So now, so imagine if you're a gold, you're going to earn 5% of all the gold in your team, 5%, generation 1 to 3. You're also going to earn 10% of all the silvers, 10%, generation 1 and 2, and then 50% of everybody in your team. I mean, those you personally referred, 50% of whatever they make in their metrics, right? That's huge money. Then as a platinum, you go 5% again, down to generation 4. Then if you're diamond, 3% down to generation 5. Let's take a look at how it works a little bit. Supposing that this is generation 1, okay, you directly sponsored 10 people. That means in your team you have 10 people, right? And maybe these 10 people, they are earning $100 per person, right? And you earn 50%, a total of 50%. So what's the 50% of $100? All right, 50% of 100, that's $50. $50 times 10 people in your team, that's $500. Now, what about silver? This is first level, those people you personally sponsored. But let's look at the second level. I mean, you are a silver and you have some silvers in your team. And let's say these silvers are up to a total of 10 again, and they are all earning how much? $100, right? What's 10% of $100? That's $10, right? And so $10 multiplied by 100, that's $1,000. So if you're a silver and you have up to this number of people, it means you're going to earn $1,000 of all the silvers, which represent the 10% we talked about. And then you're going to earn additional $500 from those you personally sponsored. And that might even include the silvers, because some of the silvers might be those you personally sponsored. So you're earning twice or even more than twice from one person. If you're a gold, you can even earn more than 3-4 times from one person. I hope we understand that. So now, this is the fourth way to earn, right? The fourth way to earn, the rated commission. So here is for those who love to sell the product. Though, I mean, if you want that, that's okay. Go ahead. That's not what I want. Okay. If you want to sell product, there's additional benefit for you. I mean, but that's what some companies concentrate on, only the selling of product, right? But here is just a tiny aspect of the major money that Livegood pays out. This is really interesting, guys. And then here's the fifth way. It's still about product sales. For those who wish to do that, the fifth way is the influencer bonuses. If you sell up to a certain target each month, for example, $2,500 worth of product a month, you have additional 10%. And that's a total of 60%. I mean, that's amazing. In fact, if you sell up to 50,000, if you could sell up to 60,000 50,000 worth of product in a single month, you get additional 50%, making a total of 100% of the entire profit made on those products. So the company is not taking any additional profit from you when you sell up to this amount, right? So, but that's for those who want to sell. I'm not cut out for selling. I don't know about you. Maybe you are, but hey, we'll fly together. Now, the sixth way to earn is the diamond bonus pool, right? So here, that's amazing. Every single month, the company takes out 2% of the global purchases and 2% of the total sales of memberships and share that equally among all qualified diamond ranked affiliates. And that could even be as much as $10,000, $5,000. I mean, a huge amount, right? So you'll be making yourself a huge money when you become a diamond. Now, but this is the new one arrangement now. That's the one family arrangement we're talking about. We said, and what the one family stands for is that we don't want people to go through network marketing the hard way. Let us come together with a common goal to help one another become diamonds. We just talked about within 8 months or less, with members fulfilling just a simple task. I mean, this is awesome. So it's a project we've undertaken. We started it this December 5th. Okay, just last month, and so far it's produced amazing results. Okay, and it's huge. It promises very hugely, right? So now the questions, I'm going to take some questions and provide the answers quickly. Numbers of recruits you need per person, to join this arrangement, and for how long are you expected to keep recruiting? Unlike other companies, I mean, you keep recruiting endlessly. You're expected to keep, doing that. But here, just 3 people in your first 1 month. That's all that is needed. Or if you can't refer, then you pay the money equivalents of $153 for 3 people, or $102 for 2 people. Maybe you've referred 1, you need just 2 to pay for, or $51 if you've referred 2, you just want to pay for 1. I mean, that's it. 3 people in 1 month. Let's get that, right? And then the other one is if there are any incentives, just in case you refer more than 1, I mean more than 3. Well, the interesting thing is, even just this evening, about a few minutes before we commenced the Zoom, we sent out $30 to a member of one family who referred 1 person in addition to, her 3. So for extra 1 person you refer, you get $30. That's amazing and interesting if you ask me. And what are the benefits of joining this one family arrangement? Number 1, you have a guaranteed diamond rank in 8 months or less. And that means you'll be making around $5,000 to $20,000, even more on monthly basis. All right. And then number 2, there's a collective assistance and support to diamond rank. And thus you'll be spending, you will be experiencing less stress and you have less time to get things accomplished, right? Because you're not going to spend all the time recruiting just 3 persons, you are done. All right. Then the third benefit, 5-month subscription is done for you. Right? 5-month subscription. That's interesting. Most people in Livegood before now struggle to pay their subscription, but with this arrangement, 5 months is done for you. And then there's free downlines to take you to diamond. So just 3 alone, and the rest will come from others. You don't even know where they are from, and all of us will climb together. Hey, this is how we fly. Okay. Now the question is, will the 3 you refer be placed under you? The answer, not necessarily. The registrations are done one after another or the other. Okay, so keep in mind others were there before you came in. So those persons will have to receive their 3 first. And once it's your turn, you will get your 3 as well. So be patient. So it does not necessarily mean that the people you bring will have to be placed under you, but just be patient. Before 1 month will expire, that is from the date you got signed up, definitely you have your 3, because you're working on monthly basis now, right? We are summarizing everything at the end of each month to summarize and see what has come out. So now, when will your account be given to you? When will you have access to your account? Here are the requirements. Number 1, refer 3 people personally, or you pay with money as substitute. So you have to refer 3. Number 2, a one-off $15, okay, that should have been moved to the central purse. Okay, and then the individual, you personally, you must have 3 persons placed under you by the team. And then a 5-month or a 1-year subscription must have been done. If it is 1 year, you need to supplement, right? So these are the requirements before you're going to get access to your account. That way, it shows that our work will survive the test of time and nobody's going to frustrate it. So are you expected at any point to register again at some point? Yes. Once you attain the rank of gold, you are expected to become, to become downline to those who are joining the one family, newly, right? Or for the first time. So now, what if you don't meet up the deadline to bring in your 3 or pay for the 3, right? Now note, in some estimating circumstances, extra 1 month to be given, after which no more grace period, all right? You will then be out of the one family arrangement. Keep that in mind. Can investors join? Absolutely. With a one-time payment of $204, anyone can be an investor. Okay, so here's the blueprint that we've been working with. That's why we are saying 8 months, you're going to be a diamond. If you look at this blueprint, you're going to see by the 8th month there, if you zoom your screen, you're going to see that by the 8th month, you're a diamond. The amount you see there, $2,047 as diamond, is just the metrics money. Usually the metrics money is even far smaller when compared with the matching bonus, which we said is the main money. So if the matrix is up to 2004, just know that your diamond could be anywhere, around, your matching bonus could be anywhere around over $10,000, right? So if you add that matching bonus plus your matrix plus your diamond pool, bonus pool, it's going to be amazing, right? So it is possible that in 10 months, you are a crown diamond and you are going home every single month with over $30,000 every single month. This is just the beginning of what is to come. Okay. So now here are at least proof that people are earning this money. This is over $44,000. This is over $23,000. Where else could it be better than Livegood, right? Amazing company, if you ask me. This is simply getting interested every single day. And yes, even more on the left-hand side, you have over the metrics is about $800 and something. On this right-hand side, you see over $70,000 in a single month. So people are already getting the money. So what are you waiting for? Okay. So question time, right? Go ahead, ask your questions. Let me know what you have. Let me know your questions and let's quickly tackle that. At this point, I'm going to stop sharing and hopefully you got value, listening to that presentation. So maybe you want to